Hi, everyone. Welcome to the English Boost podcast. We're really happy you're here. Today, we're talking about something many English learners find difficult listening. Maybe you can read well, but when someone speaks, it feels too fast.
In this episode, we'll explain why listening is hard, how podcasts can help you improve, and how to choose the right level so you don't feel confused. Stay with us, because we'll share easy tips to help you understand English better.
Emma, before we get into our favorite podcasts, I've got to ask, why are podcasts so great for learning English anyway? I mean, there's YouTube, textbooks, all sorts of stuff.
Honestly, podcasts are kind of a secret weapon because they're free, super flexible, and you can listen almost anywhere. Like, I have friends who learn while they're in traffic or even doing chores.
That's true. I love that you don't need to sit at a desk or stare at a screen. Just pop in your headphones, boom, instant English lesson while living your life.
Exactly, and they really build up your listening skills, which so many learners struggle with. Reading and writing can only get you so far if you can't understand spoken English.
Listening is a huge hurdle, isn't it? I remember when I could read full novels in English, but movies or real conversations would just fly right over my head.
Oh, totally. I've been there too. You feel so confident reading and then bam, someone speaks and you catch maybe one word out of 10. It can get discouraging fast.
For sure. That's actually what pushed me to try podcasts in the first place. I needed to train my ears, not just my eyes.
Exactly. And the nice thing is, with podcasts, you can work on listening every day. No need for a fancy setup or tons of free time.
But here's the thing, I made a classic mistake in the beginning. I picked podcasts that were way too advanced. It was like listening to a waterfall of words I didn't know.
Oh, that's so common. People think, if I listen to native speakers at full speed, I'll get fluent faster. But honestly, it just leads to frustration when you're only catching a handful of words.
Exactly. I'd listen for 20 minutes and maybe pick up 2 words. I almost quit, to be honest.
I'm glad you didn't. The right podcasts make all the difference. That's why we're here to help everyone avoid that trap from the start.
You know, that reminds me of Ahmed, one of our listeners from Egypt. He had a pretty unique situation working 10-hour days, a family at home, and 0 extra time for language classes.
Wow, that's intense. I'm guessing sitting down with a textbook probably wasn't an option for him.
Not at all. But someone told him about podcasts and the idea of listening in the car. He tried it on his commute, and it changed everything.
That's brilliant. Just turning a daily drive into learning time. It really shows how podcasts fit into a busy life.
What really amazed Ahmed was that it didn't feel like study. He just listened as he drove, no pressure, and little by little, the English started to stick.
That's the best part, isn't it? When something feels so natural, you don't even notice you're practicing. Suddenly, your brain is picking up new words and sounds on autopilot.
And by using just those small pockets of time, morning drive, evening drive, he racked up an hour of English every single day without changing his routine.
That's a game changer. It really proves that consistent, low-pressure practice beats cramming any day.
After just 2 months, Ahmed went from understanding almost nothing to catching about 70% in an English meeting at work. That's such a huge leap.
Seriously impressive. He didn't even understand everything, but reaching 70% from 0 is a massive confidence boost.
And after 6 months, he was having real conversations, all from podcasts and a steering wheel.
Stories like this always motivate me. It just shows if you keep at it, progress adds up in ways you don't expect.
So, let's break down how to actually use podcasts to get those kinds of results. There's a method to it, right?
Definitely. Step 1. Listen without pressure. The first listen is just about relaxing. No stress if you don't understand every word.
That's so important. Sometimes people get worried if they don't understand 50% right away, but 30% is totally fine at the start.
Exactly. Your ears just need to get used to English sounds. The learning will come.
After that first relaxed listen, what's next?
Step 2. Listen again, but with more focus. Try to pick out extra words or whole sentences. You always catch more the second time around.
I love that. The first time just gets you comfortable, and the second listen is where the magic happens.
And step 3. Write down a few new words, just 3 to 5 per episode. If you write too many, you'll probably forget them all.
That actually makes sense. Focusing on just a few new words keeps things manageable. But what about repetition?
Repetition is everything. Step 4 is listening to the same episode several times, not just once. Each time, you'll notice new things, and your understanding really grows.
And then comes step 5, making it a habit, right? Even 10 minutes a day is better than 2 hours once a week.
Definitely. Your brain thrives on that regular practice. It's like exercising your language muscles every day.
All right, let's get to the part everyone's waiting for, our top picks for beginner-friendly podcasts. Want to start us off?
Sure. First up, English Learning for Curious Minds. The host speaks slowly and clearly, plus the topics are genuinely interesting: history, science, culture.
And there's a transcript too, right? So you can read along if you miss something while listening.
Yes, and that's a lifesaver for beginners. Seeing the words really helps lock in meaning.
Next up, 6-Minute English from the BBC. I love that each episode is exactly 6 minutes short and sweet.
It's perfect for people who get overwhelmed by long audio. Plus, 2 hosts break down vocabulary and speak super clearly.
And then there's The English We Speak, also from BBC. These are even shorter and focus on one phrase or idiom at a time.
I wish I had those when I started. You learn real expressions people actually use, not just textbook sentences.
For those just starting out, ESL Pod is a classic. They start really slow, explain everything, then play it again at normal speed.
That's where I began, honestly. Having hundreds of episodes is great, and the slow-fast format is amazing for training your ear.
And hey, we can't forget about English Boost. That's us. We design every episode for beginners, with stories, clear explanations, and some fun along the way.
That's true. If you're listening right now, you're already doing the right thing. Just stick with us and keep practicing.
Now, I've got a question for you. What are the biggest mistakes you see beginners making when they use podcasts to learn English?
Great one. The first mistake is picking podcasts that are way too hard. People want results fast, but if you don't understand much, it just gets discouraging.
Totally. And the second mistake?
Listening only once and moving on. Repetition is key. Every time you repeat, you pick up more.
And the last big one?
Just listening passively, never speaking or repeating what they've heard. It's so important to get active, even if it feels a little awkward at first.
Crystal, could you walk us through some words everyone should know when talking about podcasts and listening practice?
Absolutely. Let's start with podcast. That's just an audio program you can download. Episode is each separate part. A beginner is someone just starting, and listen means to pay attention to sound.
Don't forget understanding, knowing what things mean. Also, clearly is when someone speaks in a way that's easy to follow.
Repeat means doing something again, and a transcript is a written copy of what you hear. Doing something regularly means often, and progress is the improvement you see.
And 2 last essentials. Free means you don't pay, and download is when you save something from the internet to your device. Super helpful words for podcast learning. All right, let's wrap it all up. First, podcasts are awesome for learning English, especially for beginners.
And the magic is, you can listen anywhere while driving, cooking, or taking a walk. Make sure to start with podcasts that match your level.
Use that 5-step method. Listen, relaxed, listen again. Write down a few new words, repeat often, and keep it regular.
Don't forget our 5 recommended podcasts. And please, avoid those classic beginner mistakes, pick the right level, repeat episodes, and get active with your learning.
Now for your challenge. Pick one podcast, download an episode, and listen to it every day for a week. Write down 3 new words. By day 7, you'll be amazed at your progress.
We'd love to hear how it goes. Leave us a comment about which podcast you chose and how much you understood. Remember, slow and steady wins the race.
Learning English really is a journey. Even 10 minutes a day adds up to real progress over time.
Trust the process. Your listening will improve, your vocabulary will grow, and before you know it, you'll be understanding English without even trying.
If you found this episode helpful, give us a like and subscribe for more tips. And don't forget to grab our free podcast listening guide. There's a link in the description.
We packed that guide with all our podcast picks and practical tips just for you. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and believe in yourself. We're cheering you on every step of the way.